generally must be your own verifiable funds. There are programs available where you can get assistance for your closing costs and you can get assistance for part of your down payment. But you do have to have a percentage, I would say a minimum of 3% of your own funds to purchase a property.
If you do indeed find a unit for $76,000, you'll have a 5% down payment. So that looks like $3,800 will be your down payment. A quick estimate here will tell me that you really need close to $5,000 for your closing costs. So we're going to have a little deficit.
Okay.
Now, what we need to do is look into the community. Some of our lending institutions have special programs for first-time home buyers. I want to see which one of those fits best for your particular needs. Some of them also offer down payment and closing cost assistance. So we'll see. I know there's a way to make this work because you're going to have less than a 20% down payment. You know what private mortgage insurance is, right?
I would pay that until I reach the 20%.
Usually until you reach a certain equity level. It's a monthly insurance payment that protects the lender against the risk of your not paying the loan. And once you reach an equity level, then that will go away from your monthly payment.
It's to the advantage of communities to help families become homeowners. That's why a lot of governments and nonprofits have worked with families, because most recognize that you're already meeting probably the same amount of monthly household costs as a renter that you would as a homeowner. And the barrier to get you from renter to homeowner is meeting that closing and down payment costs.
What closing costs can you expect?
People come and apply for a mortgage and they think all they have to have is their down payment. End of report, done deal, give me the loan. There are what's called closing costs, which are required with any loan. Some of the things typically involved in closing costs would be title insurance, surveys, bank attorney fees.
The closing costs usually range somewhere between 3 and 6% of the mortgage amount. What the bank does once they've sat down and gotten the information on the property and gone over the information on, your mortgage amount and all, they will issue you in the mail a good faith estimate. And what that does is it really gives you a very close idea of what your total closing costs will be.
So we're ready.
So you'll know exactly. So once you do come to that closing table, you'll know how much money's to have.
I was fortunate in that I didn't have enough money saved up to cover the down payment and the closing costs. But because of the referral to the community development program, even though I had to pay the down payment myself, the community development program paid for my closing costs. I have a second mortgage on the home, but the terms of that are so reasonable that it would be silly for anybody to pass that up.
There is nothing else that you'll ever do that I believe is going to give you that sense of satisfaction, is knowing that when you got up from that table, after you sign that last piece of paper, and you walk out of there with your documents, this house is yours.
It can be an intimidating process if you don't understand it, and knowledge is power. If you know what you're doing, you'll be fine through the whole process.
It is doable. If I'm living proof. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
And you can do it too. If you've been dreaming of owning a home but don't know where to start, call the Fannie Mae Foundation for their free class. Opening the door to a home of your own and choosing the mortgage that's right for you will provide the information you need to understand how to finance a home and how the mortgage process works. Just call 1-800-833-7500. How do you qualify for a mortgage? How big a loan can you get? Which mortgage is right for your budget? Finding the right home and getting a mortgage loan can seem complicated. The Fannie Mae Foundation guides will help with valuable information and guidance that will cut through the confusion.
You can actually take your statistics, like your income, and then plug that into charts that they give you to see how much would I qualify for, what type of loan might I start to look at. You see real numbers, so you're not just going in
sort of guessing. I feel like I could spend about $100,000. You know,
I'm worth that amount of money, but you can really see it.
Owning your own home is an important part of the American dream. If you're thinking about buying a home, the first step is to call 1-800-833-7500 today for your free Fannie Mae Foundation guides.
It's something that we've thought about for such a long time. We will definitely achieve this dream.
I picture myself standing in the empty house and just saying, oh my God, I can't believe it's mine.
That's what we're looking for, to say this is ours. This is what we've worked for.
When you get your first home, particularly that first one, you feel like you just achieved the world.
It's your home. You're a homeowner. I mean,
It's an investment. It's an investment in your future.
I had one woman who called. She was a single mother, and she said, I work very hard all day, and sometimes, like any other job, I have good days and bad days. But when I come home at night and I open that door, I know this is mine.
Buying a home is definitely one of those first steps towards planning for our future. We'll feel pride, we'll feel comfort, we'll feel like this is the place we belong. And that's what we hope for when that day comes, hopefully soon.
We definitely feel it's within our reach to buy a home.
If we stay focused, there's nothing we cannot accomplish.
We just don't have it yet, so it's in the future. But it's coming.
Owning a condo was a small step. Who knows, maybe within the next few years I'll be able to settle into my own four walls in my own backyard.
Dreams do come true, and home ownership ought to be in everybody's dream. This dream can indeed become a reality.
The information provided in this program was developed by the Fannie Mae Foundation to help you get started on the path to home ownership. Your situation and prevailing interest rates will determine if you qualify for a mortgage and how much you can afford. Take the first step. Call for the free foundation guides or visit your local mortgage lender.